Hello, everybody, and welcome into this AFC South show. My name's Curtis, the host of the show. With me, as always, my resident co-hosts, filling in for Isaiah. We're 1/3 of Third and Teal. That would be up here in the top right corner. Eric, our Jaguars fan for the day. You can find him at the Let's Talk video files across social media. Make sure you go over there and as well hit Third and Teal, like, subscribe, notification bell. They're the flagship of the show. Like they're carrying the weight right now. Down at the bottom right, we've got Jeff. He's the co-host of Unstabled with he and Justin. He's the co-host of Tag Team Talk with he and Justin. And he's got Jeff, or only Jeff, which is basically our version of OnlyFans, but it's a little different. Down at the bottom left, we've got one half of Titans Table for Two. And you can catch he and his brother Christian holding it down, talking all things two-tone blue. Make sure you go to Unstable and you go to Titans Table for Two. Like, subscribe, notification bell if you're a Texans fan. Head on over to That Real Texas Team podcast. With that being said, gentlemen, let's get into the AFC South slate for Week 7. What injuries do we have going in? Who are we worried about? Somebody? Who wants to dive on this? Injuries.
How much time do we got?
You can take the lead.
It'll be a minute.
Let's start with the bad news Bears.
Start with the bad news Bears. Josh Downs, he was put in concussion protocol midweek, I guess, for the catch he had when he was in the end zone, got the touchdown. Played the rest of the game, but decided to put him on concussion protocol. Now he's out. Ashton Doolin, also out, I think, a chest. Kenny Moore looks like he'll be back. Tyler Goodson's out. Don't really care. And Chavarius Ward, they placed on injured reserve. So he's going to miss the next 4 weeks, which we're already screwed up secondary. That kind of sucks. But yeah, I mean, Ballard's got to do, we were saying it on Unstable, man, like Ballard's got to do something about the secondary. Corners don't typically get traded, but like you got to dip into free agency or something because this is bad.
We'll trade you
Jalen Jones, there's no timetable right now for Jones either. So
damn.
Take the over on what's his face? Oh, I can't remember his name for some reason. It's on the top of my head. Quarterback, Chargers. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank.
Herbert,
thank you. And like, it's not Phillip Rivers anymore. Herbert, Quentin Johnston. But take the overs, man.
Start them in fantasy, whatever you got to do.
It's going to be a long day.
How are the Titans looking for injuries?
Well, most importantly, Ridley's out. He pulled his hamstring about 5 plays into last week.
Should be happy.
5 offensive plays is about 3 drives for us. So, Bryce Oliver's also out, and Arden Key out, and Blake Hance, which is our main backup guard, is out. Questionable is Marcus Harris. Draymond Jones, which I'm assuming got hurt in practice because there was no designation Wednesday, then he didn't practice the rest of the week with a knee, so something happened in practice. And then Sweat is questionable, but they officially activated him today, saying I think he's good to go. Okay. And then Curtis Jacobs, linebacker, and Mason Kinsey are being activated from the practice squad for the game.
Y'all can't quit Mason Kinsey, bro.
Dude, and here's we know what he is. I think he's a great locker room guy. He's obviously doing something right. He's made it through multiple coaching staffs now, so he's doing something right. My whole thing was I bring Restrepo up, so you know what Kinsey is at this point. He's 7 years into the league. Let's see what Restrepo can do at least. Yeah, and there's nobody out for the Patriots, so that's great.
Magical.
They have some questionables, but like Harold Landry's questionable. Charles Woods. Diggs, I'm sure he'll play. And Jalen Hawkins. There's some questionables, but nobody designated as out. So.
Sure. Dime, to answer your question, we got to give the Titans something,
Yeah.
We got to give them something in the logo.
The worst team has to have the biggest logo.
Let's see. So, Eric, How are
Yeah.
the Jags looking?
Well, the biggest thing is Devin Lloyd is out again this week. I'm sorry, with a calf. Uh, those things can linger a little bit, so no telling how long he's going to be out. Uh, Hainsey, our center, who missed last week. Lord did it show. Um, he was full practice Friday, so right now I think he's more of a game time decision. Whether he's going to play or not, we'll see. Uh, Quentin Morris, our a tight end we brought up off the practice squad, he's out with a groin injury. He's more special teams, but that's basically what we got going on right now. As far as the Rams, Tutu Atwell, he's had a hamstring, but it looks like he was full practice last 2 days, so he's going to be a game time decision. And Puka Nacua, yeah, that's another one that's going to be a game time decision for the Rams, although he was out last week, I think. So that's all's going on on the injury front, as far as our game. Just fun NFL stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But we do need Hainsey back in the offensive line after last week. That definitely showed. So hopefully he can go Sunday and we get a better performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up the injury report. All right. So for the Texans, they've opened the window for Jalen Reed, Elijah Huzzie, and Danico Autry to return from short-term IR. Jalen Reed and Danico are both questionable. Although Jalen Reed was a full participant all week this week, and Danico did not participate on Saturday at all. There's also no Christian Kirk, who fucked his hammy up at some point in practice. So he will be out, and Elijah Huzzie is officially out. So as far as the Texans are concerned, that's pretty much it. And then for the Seahawks, whoever Derek Hall is out. And then they have 3 questionable players: Josh Jones, Julian Love, and Devin Witherspoon. Their secondary is, something we were talking about last week against the Jaguars. Is basically they're beat up to hell, and Trevor had, outside of the sacks, kind of a pretty solid game compared to some of the other games he's had this season. So it'd be kind of interesting. Who wants to go first and talk about their game? Do you guys just want to go in chronological how they fall?
Yeah, that's fun.
Sure.
Well, then, Eric, take the floor.
Well, we got the Rams this week in London, and unlike my co-host on Third and Teal, this team worries me a lot because of our performance last week, where we gave up 7 sacks, 33 pressures. Trevor was damn near pressured on damn near every drop back he had, and we got to do better. We got to do better keeping Trevor up. That's going to be the key, keeping Trevor up off the ground. We have to run the ball also. We have to run the ball. Last week, I think we kind of got one-dimensional a little bit, which contributed to the large amount of sacks.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, we have to run the ball. Defensively, we got to get a little stickier on our zone defenses. I want to see Travis Hunter play more on the defensive side of the ball, especially when it comes to man-to-man. He's been pretty good sticking to his receiver.
Yeah.
Yes, and the only time he really gives up the yardage is when we play in that soft zone, which drives me freaking crazy. It's 3rd and 5, and you 10 yards off the receiver. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Titans used to do that all the time. It drove me
It
nuts.
makes no sense. So hopefully we get a little bit more we get a little more stickier on the defense side, especially when it comes to that cover 2 shell that we like to run a lot. As far as the Rams, their front 4 really worries me with Young and Verse and Fisk, and if we can give up 7 sacks to the Seahawks last week, This team is coming in with 19 sacks in 16 games. I mean, in 6 games. That's a lot of sacks. They are getting after the quarterback. So our protection has to be a lot better than what it was last week. As I was saying, that's why it's important that Hainsey, our center, gets back in there, and hopefully that'll correct some of the calls that went awry. Our tackles, Walker Little, Anton Harrison, they have to do a better job as well. Because Walker Little got beat down like a constipated turtle last week, man. It was pitiful.
Mm.
I mean, it was horrible. You know, one step, and he's beat. He's beat. He just turns around and throws his arms up in the air. No, we can't have that. We can't have that. So that's why I say we have to run the ball. We're going to have to run the ball to keep the Rams defense honest. And that's basically the basic ground of what we're going to have to do. Nakua being out, that may help us a little bit if he is out.
I think they pretty much said he's going to be out.
Yeah, so that's one worry we don't have to worry about. Newsome, we brought in Newsome last week. His first game last week, he got burnt deep, 61-yard bomb. So hopefully they done got him a little bit better up to speed, and he can go and be the regular Newsome that I used to like to watch in Cleveland. But yeah, overall, and I can't get away from this. We facing another veteran savvy quarterback, you know. So that those guys, they played a lot of Stafford has played a lot of football. So you're not just going to beat him by trying to disguise coverages and things. You're going to have to be on your P's and Q's. So that's why the Rams worry me a little bit. Score prediction. Oh man, score prediction. I hate to say this, man. I really do. But Rams 21, Jaguars 17. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I'll be honest, that's the way I'm feeling right now. You know, considering the way the front line, the offensive line reacted last week, faced with a very serious pass rush. Until they prove different, you're just going to have to be honest and say, if we're in for a long another day, if we have another performance like last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that would not only cover the spread, but it would also go under the over-under part. 44.5 for the game.
Okay.
I can't disagree with you. I kind of feel the same way. The Rams team, you know, they've definitely had their ups and downs this season, but they're consistent in a lot of different aspects of their game. Their pass rush has been pretty consistent. Their defense has been holding serve for pretty much everybody that they've played, with the exception of that horrible Eagles comeback that they allowed.
Right.
So they're human, you know, they're capable of fucking up, but they're solid. You know, I was listening to the radio earlier, and somebody was talking about how the Jags hired an offensive guru to come and be their head coach. And magically, almost overnight, their defense became a top 5 unit.
Right.
How does that work? I don't understand that, but
Makes sense.
Yeah, just really good at getting the ball. I think this game's going to be close. I think it's going to be competitive. I think it'll be my score is 20-14 Rams. I don't know, with some of the veteran leadership on that team, the fact that, you know, Devontae Adams there's no Puka this week for the Rams.
Right.
Devontae Adams is going to have to be wide receiver 1. I'm interested, but I don't see either team really putting up a bunch of points. Both defenses have at different points in the season shown that they're capable of shutting down even the best. So 20-14 feels pretty accurate. Jeff?
Rams by 20. No. I don't know, man. You know, the Rams they're a tough team, but you know, Jacksonville, they're really good at taking the ball away. I like you said, I think this could be a really competitive. I don't really see either of these teams pushing the 30-point mark. Yeah, I think it'll be a good back and forth, like, defensive game. I feel like if you want to watch a defensive battle, this is going to be your more your cup of tea. I'm going to go, I think I'm going to say 23-21 Rams.
Okay, Andrew.
That's fair.
Yeah. Obviously, like we've all said it, the Jags have been really good about taking the ball away. Unfortunately for them, the Rams are really good at not turning the ball over. Stafford's been playing great this season with 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Kyron's been running really well. I think to echo what Eric said, they need to get Trevor needs to lead this offense, not ETN, not Lawrence. ETN needs to lead this offense. He's rushing at like a 5-yard clip. Like he needs to be leading this team. Run first, and then that will open up the pass for Trevor. This Rams team I think is one of the best in the league. Honestly, I'm gonna go. They have a really good pass rush, so it's gonna be hard to recover off of that last week with a poor pass rush. It's only gonna get it harder this week.
Facts.
I'm gonna go 24-20 Rams.
All right, it's a clean sweep for the Rams this week. Not really helping the idea that maybe we all shouldn't be dogs, but whatever.
Hey, it is what it is.
It is. It definitely is.
Eric, you don't have to type it. You can just say it.
No, that's all right. I'd rather type it. Duval, baby.
Baby.
All right, so the next game would be Patriots-Titans.
Yeah.
This
is going to be a tough one. I mean, for the Titans, all you can really hope for is a little bit of different offense with McCoy. They're going to change up some scheme things. I think they're really going to be working to Cam's strengths. You might see a little more tempo, some more RPOs and stuff like that. Instead of, like I said, in the review show, more fitting the scheme to the player than putting the player into the scheme. You really hope that, hey, you can get that interim coach bump that happens a lot of the times where, you fire a coach and all of a sudden you might go on a little run. That's definitely, and obviously there's a storyline with Vrabel coming back to town. I mean, obviously Vrabel's been called a nothing burger all week, but the competitiveness in these players, it's never a nothing burger when you're going to see an old team.
right.
So it's gonna be hard with the pass rush as bad as it is right now with Draymond doesn't play, Key out, Femi going into IR. I don't even you brought Ali Gay up and Jalen Harold. I wouldn't mind seeing James Williams put his hand down in the dirt and rush the passer a little bit on the outside. The long guy. So he did a little bit of that in the preseason. So maybe we'll see him out there rushing a little bit.
Maybe you guys could orchestrate a trade with the Colts for Ashton Doolin.
We need to do something. I don't know what
Generate some pass rush or something.
We need something. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion to me that that's going to be our first round pick, regardless of where we're picking.
Yeah.
So
they did have Doolin on a pass rush.
Right.
They did do
it. I don't know. I'm not gonna. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna go optimist. Just hopefully we get that little bump from the coach and say Titans win 21-20. But it's so hard. Drake May's been playing so fucking well.
Yeah.
He's playing elite football right now.
Yeah.
That defense is good. I mean, hopefully, even though the pass rush on the outside, we knew that wasn't a strength coming in. Getting T Sweat right next to Jeff again could definitely help that pass rush to eat up some of those double teams. You can't double team both of them. So he's a big part of our offense. We'll see how much he plays. But he'll be out there, and hopefully that can help the outside guys a little bit.
Yeah.
With 2 world beaters on the inside.
Yeah. Well, do you mean world eaters or world beaters?
Both. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
Simmons is down though. I mean, Sweat is definitely the world eater.
Yeah.
But Simmons is the world beater.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna go Patriots 44-17.
Woo!
I look. This is
Damn.
a revenge game for Mike Vrabel. He does not hold his time in Tennessee with reverence. I mean, people asked him, "Hey, what'd you do with all your Titan stuff?" And he said, "Goodwill got a good haul."
That's a nothing burger too. You think like these guys are gonna keep all their gear when they switch
Well,
teams?
I
He's
would
never gonna wear that again.
I would keep something. I
I
don't give a
know,
shit.
right?
He didn't
Some
say they
of
got
it.
all of it. They said they got a lot.
Tom Coughlin's probably got like, fucking Jaguars hat somewhere in the closet, a Giants hat somewhere in the closet.
Yeah, he
Hell
didn't say
yeah.
he gave everything. He said he gave a lot.
Look, Mike Vrabel took basically a year off of coaching to come back to the Patriots, and now he's got a chance to come back into Tennessee and put the beating down on Amy Adams Strong's Titans. This is a team that is ripe for the picking. In a way, this is a perfect trap game for the Patriots, honestly.
Exactly.
But I think with the motivation of Mike Vrabel, I think Harold
There's-
Landry.
There's
and-
no way that I'm sorry, Curtis. There's no way that this is a trap game. There's no way Vrabel is looking past this game. Like he doesn't want to stop the shit out of him. This is not a trap game.
The only thing I'll say against it is that score. I'm not saying we're gonna win. I mean, I said it, but I'm not. I'm being an optimist for the head coach, like the interim coach bump. But the one thing against that score is Vrabel is the king of playing close games. Like that man, he loves overtime football. Like he loves a good fourth quarter grind it out.
I hear you, but I mean, it wasn't too long ago he beat the brakes off the fucking Panthers 44.
Every now and then,
Yeah.
but typically that man's the king of close games.
You're not wrong. He's definitely a one-score coach.
Nobody loves overtime fourth quarter football more than Mike Vrabel.
All right, Eric, what do you think? Titans, Patriots.
I think the Patriots are going to murder the poor Titans. I really, no, I'm not going to say murder, but yeah, it's not going to be a close game. Drake May is just playing out of his mind right now. You know,
He is.
really
If
is.
it wasn't for Baker, he might be MVP favorite.
Yeah, so yeah, and Mike Vrabel, like you say, this is a serious revenge game, and yeah, I not much to say that haven't already been said. Yeah, the Saints. Listen to me. The Patriots. 35-17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the boat with you, Curtis and Eric. I don't, like I said,
No.
it's not a game that he's looking past, and he wants to make that statement and let it be known that the Titans, they nicely put screwed the pooch.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like 31-10 Patriots. Like it.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Where's the game being played at?
It's in Tennessee.
Yeah, they're gonna crush you. Yeah.
It's actually the one game where it's worse to be playing at home.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Indianapolis at the Chargers. Chargers favored by 2.5. Over under is 48.5. Jeff, take it away. I'll be right back, gentlemen.
Like I said, I'm probably taking over on this. Just full transparency. This has the makings to be a game that's going to be very high scoring. The Colts secondary is pretty much all out, with the exception, I think Kenny Moore's coming back, hopefully. Maybe that'll at least hold up the middle of the field, which was a big issue against Arizona and Brissett. But that's why I think it's going to be kind of a shootout, and I'm saying kind of take that over, because they let Brissett do whatever he wanted, and he's not Herbert. Like, he doesn't have Quentin Johnson. Like, this has the makings to be where it'll be high scoring, and hopefully the Colts can keep up. The only way that I can see it not is if the Colts control possession, control the ball, and run it, which is what they should be doing anyway, with Jonathan Taylor, being the best back right now in the league. And Tyler Warren, they need to feed him. I think right now he's averaging 4 or 5 catches a game. Isaiah seems to think that they only target him and feed him the entire game, which just isn't the case. Daniel Jones has been spreading the ball around really well. And Tyler Warren's just doing a lot with his opportunities, and he's right now playing like one of, if not the best tight ends in the league. If you watch him, he doesn't look like a rookie on the field. They have him playing fullback. They even had him throw a pass, and he made a smart quarterback decision and threw it out of the back of the end zone. He's just a smart dude. He knows what he's doing, and he's so good. I'm so happy the Colts got him, and I'm still so grateful. I'll say it every episode for the Bears taking Loveland and not Tyler Warren. Thank you, Bears, doing us a solid. But no, the Colts really need to lean on that offensive line and Jonathan Taylor. Their pass rush has been kind of up and down. They've gotten a lot of pressure. They've upped that quite a bit. Kwity Paye started to come on strong. I know Latu has started to pick his game up. He kind of had a slow start to the season, but he's come on. So they're just going to have to run the ball, maintain possession, and hopefully keep it from being that high-scoring game that I think it will be. But the Colts put up points, and they've given up quite a bit of yards. So that's why hopefully my parlay hits, because I have a ton of yardage going on in this game, man. But yeah, I think that if the Colts do that, I think they do have a chance to win, especially late in the game. They're really good at running the ball and just kind of ending it. It's hard to say with all the injuries. The Chargers are beat up too, so I don't know. I think it'll be a close one, and I think the Colts, they're averaging 32, 33 points per game. I think they'll hover right around that. Not to be a homer, but I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go the Chargers in this. After that heartbreaker in LA to the Rams, I think this is kind of a little bit of a redemption game for them. So I'm gonna say 34-30 in that high scoring game that I predicted.
Okay.
I think it'll be a track meet.
Yeah. The Chargers are about as inconsistent as ever. For as long as I can remember, that is the Chargers. Just the definition of the Chargers is inconsistency. They could have the most all pros on the roster and go 8-8, and it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So thanks, bud. Case is over here just talking about the Chargers, and he has no idea what he's talking about. Yeah. So to me, the biggest thing to watch is the most injury-riddled parts of both teams. The Chargers came into the season with, the potential for, 2 all-pro bookend tackles, and now neither one of them are playing. Their offensive line has been reshuffled. Hell, Mekhi Becton's not even been playing. So the edge rush and just the general pass rush of the Colts versus the offensive line of the Chargers is going to be interesting to watch. And then on literally the same sides of the ball, nothing has to change. The Colts secondary, being so damn hurt, is the moment that Justin Herbert is not picking himself up off the ground is the moment he's probably throwing a bomb.
Yeah.
Just like a certified FDR to fucking Quentin Johnson.
And Quentin will be open. I don't know who. There's no Ward to cover him. It's either pass rush or bust, man.
Yeah. So it's going to be, in my opinion, it's definitely going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to side with you on that. I do think the Chargers are going to win it. They've kind of had a little bit of luck lately at closing out games. They've just kind of won in a variety of different ways this season so far. Score here. Oh, I'm going to go higher than you, Jeff. I'm going to go 38. 35.
Okay.
All right.
Charges.
And I'd be cool with that loss. I'm never cool with a loss, but hey, in LA putting up 35, I'm okay with a loss like that.
Yeah.
That would be a fun game though.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
And with our luck, it'll be like a 63 bar.
Yay!
Yee.
Like a Jets Broncos game.
Right. Well, my thing is, I looking at this game right here. My biggest question is, which real quarterback is going to show up? Is the real Daniel Jones going to show up from the Giants, or is this new improved one that's with the Colts going to continue to shine? You know,
Indiana
the,
Jones, baby.
yeah, for the
Line it up.
Chargers.
I don't give a shit with that.
You're right. You can't argue with that because he's doing his thing right now. But the question still is, when is the real Daniel Jones going to show up? Maybe it was a scheme thing in the other places, but he's playing lights out right now, so you can't deny that. Justin Herbert. No, is the slinging, running Justin Herbert going to show up, or the one that's going to stay in the pocket and try and sling it with against a depleted secondary? Who knows? Because as Curtis said, the Chargers are one of the most inconsistent teams that just make you scratch your head, because one week they look lights out, they can beat the world, and then next week they can't even beat the Titans. You know, they look just that bad.
Unnecessary.
Almost pitching straight.
but
Unnecessary.
so with with this team, this game is going to be very interesting. It's going to be an entertaining game. I do believe that. Keenan Allen is going to be the key, I believe. Keenan Allen, he always seems to show up big when Justin Herbert needs it the most. And against a depleted secondary, I think he's going to feast a little bit on this one. Score prediction, oh my goodness, it's going to be a high scoring one. I have to go 35-34 Chargers. 35-34 Chargers.
Herb?
Hey, at least nobody's saying 45-6. Like I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a win.
No, honestly, the Colts have a decent defense. They always have had a decent defense. It's the offense that has been lacking. So now you got an offense, a quarterback that's operating the offense at an efficient rate right now, and it's beginning to it's showing. Yeah, but you just ain't got no secondary now, right? So, hey, it's the nature of pro football.
That's right. All right, Andrew.
Honestly, it's crazy because these teams are like, when you look at like how many yards a game they average, they're pretty, like 16 yards separates them. And the big difference on their offenses is the Colts put up points and the Chargers don't. Chargers average like 22 and the Colts average 31 or 30, something like that.
I thought it was like 32, 33, somewhere in there.
They're leading the league. I think it's might be 32, and they're leading the league in points per game.
Yeah.
The biggest Chargers, I think you mentioned their offensive line being out. Khalil Mack is coming back this week, though. I know he's like 34, but the dude can still get after it.
He was limited, so I don't know if they've officially said he is playing. Like they haven't listed it unspecified, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was because he was on IR, but he got activated. So usually when you get activated, you pretty much come back typically. I think the downfall is going to be the Colts offense, the defensive backfield. It's just going to be. Hopefully, they can get a little pass rush with the offensive line being banged up, but like I don't know. They have a lot of weapons, so it's going to be a high score, like we all said, to echo everybody else. I'm going to call it 37-33 Chargers. I think both teams hit the 30 mark for sure.
I'll sit here as a lone wolf. That's fine.
He was the lone wolf for the Titans game.
Yeah, and it was a 1-point win. So that's our only win, was by 1 point so far this year.
Honestly, I would say that this game has probably the bigger potential for me to be like the AFC South game of the week.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
As far as just like general excitement. So I'm interested to see this game. And that brings us to the final game. It'll be the Houston Texans traveling up to the Pacific Northwest to take on the Seattle Seahawks, who are pretty good. I don't know if anybody was expecting them to be pretty good. Maybe we all kind of thought Sam Darnold was just, a flash in the pan in Minnesota, and he wouldn't maybe be able to build on that. But it looks as though he's building on that. It looks as though the defense for the Seattle Seahawks is pretty comparable to any defense in the top end defense in the league. This is going to be an interesting game. I would say that to this point, the Texans are probably going to be the best defense that the Seahawks have played. So it's going to be a test on multiple levels. Obviously, with the amount of pressure that they brought on Jacksonville last week, that's where everybody's eyes are in this Texans game. How's the offensive line going to adjust? How are we going to keep CJ Stroud upright? Whatever. I honestly don't know how this game is going to go. I could see both teams scoring less than 20 points. Mm-hmm. I don't see a scenario where either team is boat racing the other one, scoring 40, and the other team scores 13. I don't see that happening either way. Seattle's good at stopping the run, which is unfortunate because we're not good at running the ball. And they're banged up. They're going to be potentially without some of their key pieces on defense. They got 3 dudes that are questionable, so we'll see. Devin Witherspoon being one of them. But, God, this one's kind of tough to call. The homer in me wants, like a 24-20 win. And I think that if the offense can just kind of continue building on what they built on against the Titans and then the Ravens, and then coming out of the bye week even more healthy, if we can get any sort of momentum built up, I think we have a good shot at actually winning this game. I'm going to go 21-17 Houston. It's going to be extremely competitive throughout. It will probably be a late touchdown if the Texans do end up winning, to kind of seal it as time expires. I mean, the Seahawks team has been in some nail biters this season against lesser opponents, so it's definitely not like they're infallible or whatever. Yeah. Eric, what do you think?
I think this is going to be a defensive battle all the way through. But my question is, if y'all can't run the ball, how do you keep from becoming one-dimensional, which is going to feed right into that pass rush of the Seattle Seahawks? So some kind of way y'all going to have to come up with some type of running game to hold that defensive line back. If not, it's going to be a long day for CJ Stroud. But y'all got Nico Collins though, so that is a plus.
Yeah.
But if Stroud doesn't have the time, Dinkin and Duncan is not going to get it against this team. It's really not. Defensively, it's going to be a good matchup to see that rookie wide receiver that Seahawks have against Stingley and Lassiter. That should be an interesting battle in itself, because he's lighting up the league right now.
Second year. He's second year.
Second year?
Yeah, he's second
year.
year.
Okay, second year.
He's really been the best receiver in the game right now.
Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting battle to watch as well. But I'm looking for a very, very defensive-minded game. 2 good defenses. Who offensive line holds up the best is going to win the game. It's not going to be a high-scoring game, so I'm going 17-10. They playing in Houston.
In Seattle.
17-10. 17-10 Seattle. Yeah. Because, see, here's the other part. The Texans are coming off a bye. Sometimes the bye can be a good thing. Sometimes the bye can be a bad thing. Just depends on what mood, how the team comes out. Some teams come out flat. Some teams come out energized after the bye. Just depends. So with Seattle being at home, Houston coming off a week's worth of rest, I may have to change that. I go 17-15 Seattle. You get 5 more points coming off the bye.
Fair. Fair.
They get 5 field goals instead of a touchdown.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
That's the fun part.
Mm.
Sorry, I was trying to look up a stat
No, you're
about
good.
D'Amico Ryans after a bye week. I couldn't find it. Fucking Google AI is retarded. Jeff?
Yeah, I know that this isn't really how the NFL works and how you're supposed to look at it. This team beat that team, so they shouldn't beat that team. You know, that's what people like to do, though. And I'm just looking back at that Jaguars-Texans game that we were at. It was an ugly game. Texans lost. And then Jaguars kind of got their ass whooped to Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just kind of what I'm looking at. And it's in Seattle. I don't know. Texans are coming out of a bye, and like you say, their line does get better every week. I don't think that, like everybody else said, I don't think anybody's going to score like 35-6 or anything stupid like that. So I do think it'll be good, competitive, kind of a defensive game. But I do like what Seattle's doing. I really like Jackson Smith. I really like what Darnold's doing. So I do think Seattle's going to win this game, and it mainly has to do with that, the defensive front of the Seattle and kind of the question marks for the Texans still on the offensive line. I'm not convinced that they're still like a really good line. I'm just not.
I just want them to be mid at this point.
I hear you. So I'm going to take Seattle. I'm going to say 24. I'll give the Texans 17. I'll say 24-17 Seattle.
Okay.
Andrew.
Yeah. Honestly, it's because Seattle's always looked at one of the tougher places to play, but Mike McDonald is 4-8 at home since he's been the coach of the Seahawks.
And the Texans and the Seahawks, this will be the 5th time they've ever played each other, which is the fewest amount of times that 2 NFL teams has played each other.
Wow.
Yeah. Pass rush, you got to affect Darnold. Darnold is playing better than he did last year, and he had a great year last year.
Yeah.
I guess that's Smith. I mean, I know Chase had a day on Thursday, but Jackson Smith and Jigba has been the most consistent, explosive receiver in the league right now. And they're just packed full of weapons. We got reliable Cooper Kupp, AJ Barner, Elijah Arroyo, Charbonnet, Walker. Like, that team is just stacked with weapons right now.
Right.
I go back and forth on it because both defenses are so good. I just trust the Seahawks offense more. I know they had a big day against the Ravens and like the fourth quarter against the Titans. I'll take that as like the Titans just fucking exhausted because the offense couldn't do anything by that point. But the Ravens defense sucks ass. It might be the worst defense in the league. So I'm not gonna unless CJ do it consistently, which we haven't seen since his rookie year, really. I'm gonna go with the team with the better offense because I think both defenses are top 5 in the league. I'm gonna go 20-13 Seahawks.
From what I understand, Derek Stingley will be following JSN all over the field.
You like it, but I mean, you see how. I mean, if you get in all those targets, eventually you're gonna give some up.
Oh yeah.
So
Man,
JSN has like 700 yards already this season.
Yeah,
close to at least. So
I blame Greg Newsom.
He's responsible for at least like 120 of them. So.
Oh, he went in. He went in that whole. I think he was just in a few plays. He didn't guard
so maybe 85 yards. Sorry.
Yes. We know 61 for sure.
Yeah. Just 10% of it. Just 10% of that total yardage.
Yeah, we know 61 for sure. 61 of them. Yeah. All in one play. Hell yeah.
All right. Well, we got 3 lone wolves, and everybody
Eric being the only realist.
Eric is the most real of all of us. That's what we've learned.
We've always known that, though.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, do we have any closing comments? Anything in particular we're excited for this weekend, AFC South related or otherwise?
Anchor down, baby. Vanderbilt going to be close to a top 10 ranked team. Titans are down, but at least my boys that are, being a Vanderbilt fan is hard. It's been hard. And hopefully with the NIL era, that actually helps us out a little bit.
I didn't realize how small Diego Pavia is.
And a beast.
I know, right? He's a tiny little joker.
That's my quarterback, damn it. He's like Justin. He's like Justin running around out there, man. I mean, Justin's taller than him, probably, but
the guy
Justin's 6 foot. I think Pavia's 5'10".
Yeah,
but just like stocky. You know what I mean?
On paper, they say he's 6 foot.
They're lying.
Oh, yeah, they're big time.
They let us all. They let everybody on the field too. So what they did, they put a countdown on the clock and was like, so I think that's probably they know, like, hey, after 5 minutes you can come on the field and we won't be fined. So they let everybody who wanted to come on the field after the game come on. It was really dope. So at least I have some good football to watch.
It's about storming the field.
Dude, we stormed the field so much and court so much last year. I think we ended up with like $1 million in fines last year.
Nice.
We're trying to pay for a team.
But isn't that part of the college experience? Big games, you get to storm the field.
I think, yes. Last year, we're a ranked team now. Ranked teams don't storm the field when they beat other ranked teams.
Okay.
We got to start feeling like winners and not just storm the field every time we beat somebody.
It's going to take a few seasons to feel that, I think.
Yeah.
But I think we're building something here, which feels nice.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've been to the stadium since they remodeled it over the last couple of years, so it's really nice. It's not as big as some other stadiums because we don't have the biggest fan base, and I know that, but it feels more like instead of a glorified high school stadium, which was kind of what it felt like before. It feels like a real college stadium, and it's like the perfect size.
Yeah.
Okay.
They used to do the high school state championship there, and then they moved it to fucking Tennessee Tech.
And they go all the way out there for that.
Yeah.
No, but it was fun. So at least we got something good to watch in Nashville right now. Best team in Tennessee, baby. Vanderbilt Commodores.
Wow. Let's see what happens tonight in Knoxville before we just start anointing Vanderbilt anything.
I'll text you. Just for you, Curtis. Just for you. So this is what I wore to the game other than the hat. But
Hey.
Uh-oh.
All representation.
Yeah, dude. I had it out when I was there because I told I said I'm gonna unbutton a button every time we score. The shirt was completely unbuttoned by the end of the game. Put it that way.
Well, all right, gentlemen, I think this is a good spot to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank all of you for taking time away from your families to come on and talk AFC South football with me. Make sure you guys go subscribe on That Real Texas Team podcast. Subscribe on Titans Table for Two to support Andrew. Subscribe on Unstabled Tag Team Talk for Jeff, and then Kingmaker Sports for Justin. Make sure you go to Third and Teal to support Eric, Isaiah, and Trevor. Hold it down, talking all about the boys in Duval. And then last but not least, subscribe here. We're trying to get this channel over 1,000. And most of all, be good people and fuck the Cowboys.
Fuck the balls.
Wow.